there. This is the last of the probability videos. I shouldn't say that because there might be some review ones that come after this. Anyway, these are kind of the strange ones. And I don't know how else to say that. I just called them the given that questions. So occasionally we'll need to just determine the probability of a dependent event. Most of the time the questions use that phrase and they tell you what the first event is. And 90% of the time, it has to do with pay attention to your sample space. Normally what happens in these questions is the number you have to choose from is being reduced. Okay. All right. So drawing another red card, given that you have already picked a red card and not replaced it. Okay, so from a standard deck, it's already took out one red card. So I know, actually, I already took out a card and didn't put back. So I know my sample space is going to be 51. Now, red cards, there are, how many? 26, right? Hearts and diamonds, that's 26. And I already took one away, so that should leave me 25. So 0.49. That really was complicated. You could also go, okay, there's 52 cards in the deck. There's 26. And then I took one away. So there's 51. And there's 25 left. And then just give me this part. Actually, as I did that, that was a lot easier. Let's see how we do on the second one. But this is the answer that we're looking for, by the way. Drawing another red card, given that you've already picked a black card and not replaced. Okay. 26 black out of 52 times. Now, I didn't replace it, so this is 51. But this time, how many red cards are there? Right, there's not 25 because we picked a black one the first time. There we go. 26 divided by 51, 0.51. And that makes sense, right? If you have a deck of cards and you pull out a black one, the chances of getting a red one should go up a little bit. And we know it's half when we started. So that's a good answer. All right. So there are these questions, different ways to say these. All right. So let's say that we're now going to look at what's the probability of drawing a king, given that you already know you picked a black card. All right, so these specifically have that phrase in them. So what is my sample space? Because for me, that's what I figure out first. What are my choices? Well, it's not 52 this time. It's a black card. So we know my sample space is 26. So from our black cards, how many kings are there? How many black kings? 2, right? So 2 divided by 26. 0.0. Okay, so it's 769. So I'm going to say 0.77. You try the next one. All right. Drawing a queen, given that you already know you picked a face card. So there are, how many face cards? Should be 12. All right, Jack, King, Queen times 4 suits. Oh, sorry. And queens, there's 4. Whoops. That should be 0.33. All right. I didn't need to do that last part. It was just bugging me through repeating. All right. I would suggest you pause the video and take a stab at number 5 and see how we go. Okay, I hope you tried. Let's see how it goes. There are 15 women and 12 men in a class. 8 of the women and 9 of the men are signed up for the BA program next year. What is the probability of picking a random student who is? Okay, so all we care is that they're a guy. So first of all, how many people do I have altogether? That's 15 and 12. That's going to be 27. And we want a man, and it says there's 12 men. Done. .4. All right, not going into BA next year. So there's 27. 8 of the women and 9 of the men are signed up for BA. So BA is equal to 8 plus 9. That's 17. Not BA would be the 27 we have altogether minus 17. 10. There we go. 10 out of 27. 0.37. All right. Oh, knowing that, given that, I guess that's kind of the same thing. All right, Dave, knowing that I've already picked a man. So this part gives me my sample space. How many men are in the class? There's 12. And yes, I should have said, and there's only one Dave in the class. .083. All right, what's the probability of it being Dave, knowing that I've already picked a woman? There are 15 women in there, and none of them is Dave. And if you just wrote 0 for that one, I'd be okay. Okay, next one. Going into BA, given that the student is female. All right, so here's my sample space. There are 15 women altogether. Now we want how many of those 15 ladies are going into BA? There's 8. Whoops. Oh, no. 8 divided by 15. Ooh, the student is female, given that the student is going into BA next year. So here's my sample space. The given that part is always the sample space. So, oh, here we go. 8 plus 9, 17. Right, that's how many people are signed up. So 17 is my sample space. And I want to know how many of those are female. That's going to be 8. .4. All right. And there we go. Now we have done the last one. And now you know all about giving that question. Have a super day.